Hey guys, welcome to Changing the Market. This week we're doing something a little bit different. We spent the last 3 weeks talking about buyer broker, and we really liked that content, and we wanted to put it in one smaller video that we could hand to you guys to review and kind of keep up to date with. So that said, let's dive in.
The part of representation that a buyer has with the real estate agent, they're doing so much to ensure that the buyer is making the right decision. So, a lot of people think, oh, when I list my home, my real estate agent will come and do a CMA. Am I pricing it right? Very few people understand the work that a buyer's agent does for their buyer and representing them. They will do the same CMA to ensure that the buyer is coming in at the right price given the market conditions. And the market today and the need for a buyer to have representation really is no different than it was 10 years ago.
I think the way you phrased it as nuanced is this is probably the most nuanced market that we've ever seen. And every single buyer, right, their family has needs. Every single seller, right, has a need. Every property is unique.
From the buyer's perspective and finding an agent, there's going to be a lot more buyer agency agreements out in the market, which is something new for a lot of us who have purchased in the past. And we kind of want to talk about what that kind of looks like when it comes to finding a good real estate agent.
We are moving into a national standard when it comes to buyer brokerage. Where the contracts now are required, and because this is an important relationship. And we've talked about this before. The average person is in their house now anywhere between 7 and 11 years, depends where you are, regionally in the country. So you're making a 7-year decision. It's important.
If you are interviewing an agent that you have met in the process of home search, home buying, I think it's incumbent upon all consumers to talk with anyone that will represent them about their experience. How many transactions has an agent represented a buyer? How much market knowledge do they have in the particular area? Do we communicate the same way? Does that buyer's agent have the same level of ability or availability, that's needed based on my schedule? Negotiation and strategy are also paramount. And I think if there's one thing that has come to the forefront with the changes in our industry is the need for transparency and open, honest communication. That works both ways. So if you are not comfortable entering into a relationship with a particular agent, just say the words.
So you have this environment now where inventory coming up and rates going down. We will see more buyers coming into the market, at a time when we're moving into, deploying a national standard as it relates to, buyer agency.
But with that, there's some key points that we want to make sure our consumers, anyone interested in buying a home or selling, right, understands because of the market shifts.
Mm-hmm. This is one of the first times that the industry has really experienced a national standard. Each state will implement this in a way that's appropriate with their local laws. Generally speaking, though, we are moving into the environment where we're having a buyer representation for the buyer to go out and see a property as a requirement. So there's going to have to be a conversation about compensation.
But with that, how do I choose an agent, right? How do I determine that an agent is the proper fit for me? That's a question that a lot of consumers have.
Focus on if you're a buyer, this is a significant investment you are making. Take your time, choose your partners well. There are a number of designations that a buyer may want to look for. The first being the accredited buyer's representative, ABR. That agent has taken a number of hours, it's 16 hours of continuing education to receive that designation. There's also a PSA designation, pricing strategy advisor. These are the things that you'll see after an agent's name, but they mean something. And what they mean are that agent has invested their own time and energy to bettering themselves, increasing their knowledge base so that they can assist their clients in achieving their goals.